I just don't think this is like great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the cringiest, cruelest, and downright unhinged incidents in top model history.
The kid was freaking heavy. Kids are not my thing.
Number 20, Tyra fakes a fall.
Well, you guys are the top 9, so you've gotten this far. So is it hard walking into the judging room and? Yes. I've been working so hard, I'm so tired, you guys.
Move over, Ellen DeGeneres. Host and mentor Tyra Banks was just as good at scaring the hell out of innocent bystanders as the prank-loving talk show host ever was. In cycle 6, Banks decides to introduce the week's acting challenge by putting on a performance of her own. Addressing the models, she began to feel lightheaded and collapses in a heap in front of them.
All right. Oh my God.
What's her pulse? Check her pulse.
Oh no!
Tyra makes a miraculous recovery, only to then shout in their horrified faces that she was just acting. But the women are clearly shaken up, with one contestant terrified to the point of tears.
Today you guys are gonna learn about acting! We're gonna learn about acting! Acting! That was fake!
That was a good job.
Oh, good job!
Good job. Oh. That was a good job.
Oh. Are you okay?
Number 19, Cassandra Quits.
It's not that I don't feel comfortable sharing things with other people. It's just that I'm not an emotional person.
The makeover episode is a sticking point for a lot of top model contestants. Tyra Banks and her team often make dramatic changes to their appearance for the sake of shock value, pinpointing features that are often very important to the contestants. Cycle 5's Cassandra Whitehead was not having it.
Obviously, I'm still gonna be a feminine person because that's how I am. What bothered me most about the makeover is Jay said, no, you can't act feminine anymore.
A lot more kind of mod, a little more edgy.
You have to act edgy.
Her new look was supposed to be a blonde pixie cut, somewhat similar to Mia Farrow's in Rosemary's Baby.
Well, I'm gonna do the best I can with this hair, and I think that they did it for a reason, so I'm gonna try to use it as an advantage.
Banks, dissatisfied with the result, tells Whitehead she'll have to undergo an even more dramatic cut the next round. She refuses and is immediately guilted and shamed by Jay Manuel before quitting the competition entirely. It marks the first time a model quit the series.
Not complying with this haircut. Where does that put you? And she said, well, I guess I'm gonna go home.
I have to be myself, and I want to walk out of this competition knowing that I did what I think was right in the long run, and that includes not letting people try and change the way I am.
Number 18, a message in a brownie.
It's brownies. Cassie had made brownies, you know, low-carb brownies. They could only be Cassie's because who would eat low-carb brownies?
Which are $6 a bag, which is very expensive for a little thing of brownies.
And they were sitting on the counter with all of her stuff out that she used to make them.
Most of the best drama on this show happens in the dorms. Put a bunch of models together in a house, and there's going to be a lot of tension. Besties and frenemies Eva Marcial and Ann Markley could agree on one thing. Castmate Cassie Grisham was a messy roommate.
So is your oil finished?
I will not cook in a kitchen that's dirty. Like, that is disgusting.
This place is so frustrating.
It's disgusting. Like, why is this just laying here?
Yeah.
We should draw on it and put Cassie, clean your dishes. Is that rude? No, it doesn't ruin it.
Fed up with cleaning after her, the two decide to leave a message in her brownie dessert. Their helpful but pointed message to Grisham is petty top model antics at their finest. Grisham doesn't think it's funny at all, and it sets off a whodunit mystery that ends with an argument about the maturity level of mutilating someone else's brownies.
Can you read that? Or
Yes.
Or should have wrote eat some carbs.
Number 17, Jade's Covergirl commercial.
It's up to you to improvise and sell yourself. You've seen Covergirl commercials? You know how they go?
I have personality, I have style, I have class, and I'm just me, and I'm real.
Tasked with walking and talking at the same time, like many of her castmates, Jade Cole was stumped by the Covergirl commercial challenge. The prompt seems simple. Casually stroll through a party set, improvise some lines, hit a mark, and then give the product pitch.
Party, oh my gosh.
gosh. The second time, I just took my time talking to Hey girl. What, I felt fabulous.
She's a drag queen.
Okay.
Jade is stunningly over the top. Sure, she doesn't remember a word of the script. It doesn't matter. She's fabulous, and she believes she's nailing this. Her complete belief in herself, no matter the circumstances, is endearing and unhinged all at once. Even when she fails, the incomparable, unflappable Cole delivers comedy gold.
She doesn't quite grasp the fact that she's got to improvise in this scene. It was 30 seconds of me listening to her heels clop on the concrete.
Number 16, Rebecca faints during critiques.
I think you have everything together for a model. You need to work on your presence.
Facing the judges panel can be nerve-wracking. For Cycle 4's Rebecca Epley, the stress of it looked like it became too much. During her critique in week 3, Epley faints and hits the ground with alarming force. This is a rarity on this list. It's a crazy top model moment that doesn't seem like the show's fault, as fainting spells are a symptom of Epley's medical condition.
I didn't feel that you embraced. Oh my God!
Can somebody call a paramedic?
But according to many contestants, this wasn't the first nor the last time a contestant would faint during filming due to the stress of the show and its long production hours.
Wait, what is it?
Okay, she's blinking. She's okay.
When something like this happens, you can't believe it just happened. I mean, Becca, she's explained to me that she has a pre-existing condition where she collapses. She has had tests done since she was 3 years old, but it's been 6 or 7 years since her last collapse.
Number 15, Joanies dental work.
Good afternoon, Joni. Tyra has asked to see what we can do to improve on the smile.
Sometimes the early season makeover isn't just some cosmetic trims and cuts. As competitors Danielle Evans and Joni Dodds found out, this could require extensive dental work. Evans refused to get her front tooth gap closed, but she accompanied Dodds while she had 12 hours of extensive work done on her smile. The cameras aren't afraid to get up close and personal either.
This process, it's a lot of work and a lot of stress.
If we'll be here all night.
That's what it takes.
And not only that, but I have to get up in the morning and be a model.
Dodd's bleeding, swollen mouth is put on display for us to see. And despite a sleepless night of surgery, she's not even excused from the challenges, and then has to get even more work done. It's just another case of beauty-focused reality shows that went a little too far.
And I have to deal with it all day tomorrow. Look at my teeth.
Number 14, Alexandra versus the pendulums.
This is a challenge, and you girls have to walk through these pendulums with perfect timing. If not, you just may get...
Tyra Banks and company didn't even give this cycle's cast a chance to work up to one of the show's deadliest runways. This segment sees the models of Cycle 14 walking a runway and having to avoid 2 huge swinging pendulums crossing their path. Shockingly, immediate disaster does not ensue. Most of the models miss getting hit, if only by inches. Then Alexandra Underwood walks. Her problems begin almost immediately. She takes a spill on the stairs long before she even makes it down to the pendulums. And then everything goes wrong. Her face isn't right, her footsteps are wobbly, and a pendulum comes and makes her take a top model tumble right off the runway.
When you gave that top model tumble, your confidence just kind of left you, and then you just walked like you was mad as hell. You just started marching, but it wasn't strong and elegant and powerful.
Models fall all the time, but you get up, you keep going, and you keep selling the clothes.
Number 13, Lisa demonstrates the product.
Lisa, bro, don't pee in that.
No, please do.
Lisa, pee. Then Lisa announces that she's gonna pee in a diaper.
Don't do it.
Lisa D'Amato first became known on the show's 5th season, where she proved that outrageousness was her bread and butter. Her antics both on set and in the house made her a fan favorite. But her most notorious moment has to be when she wore and then used an adult diaper on screen at the urging of the cast of Jackass.
I'm wearing your guys' underwear.
Why?
Why not?
When I was getting a little bit of attention from Steve-O, Lisa walks in with a diaper on. Like, she has to try to outshine everyone.
She is so weird.
This moment earned mixed reviews from fans and her fellow castmates. Most felt it tanked her chances, and Entertainment Weekly accused her of being more interested in becoming a reality star than a supermodel. This didn't stop D'Amato from coming back and winning the show's All-Stars edition, though.
Oh my God, that's right.
She's doing it, dude. You can totally see her. No woman of class, especially a supermodel and making, is gonna do something as disgusting as pee on herself at her job.
I feel disgusted.
Number 12, Jada and the Racist Model.
So do you want me to be like that?
No, I don't like it. We're almost done here.
You what?
You understand?
No.
You think, oh my God. Okay. And I say, I don't like it.
Good. Only 18 years old at the time of filming, Jada Young's time on the 7th season was a roller coaster. She was constantly in the bottom when it came to critiques, but her eventual elimination is one of the most uncomfortable in the whole franchise. While in Spain, Young was paired with a male model named Nacho for a commercial.
Jada's partner, Nacho, tells Jada that he's even like black girls. She's like, are you serious?
No one should be treated like that. I would hate if I had that guy. And I'd make out with, like, Amanda before I'd make out with him.
He doesn't want to help me.
You don't like it, the rabbit?
He doesn't want to help me.
I'm worried about tomorrow's shoot because I have to make out with this guy who's an idiot.
His seemingly unprompted admission that he is not attracted to black women puts Jada off. The judges blame her for letting her self-consciousness show through, and their insensitive suggestions just drive the unfairness home. She is eliminated based on her performance, even though her deep discomfort is understandable.
First of all, you can't cry because we don't have time to fix your makeup.
Sorry.
What's the problem?
I can't do this. I'm crying because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that I have to kiss this guy. I'm frustrated that I suck really bad at this. I just hope I don't ever have to go through that again.
Number 11, Conveyor Belt Catwalk.
There's one trick. When you're doing it, it will be moving. That is conveyor belt. And the conveyor belt will be moving.
Here's what happens when top model meets Fear Factor. In this unforgettable episode, Miss J. Alexander drops a massive bomb on the models of Cycle 15. The runway is going to move.
I've never felt more embarrassed at one time in my life. I'd rather have natural labor again than do this.
As soon as the first contender, Chelsea Hursley, hits the moving walkway, she stumbles over herself to the entertainment of the gathered onlookers. It just goes downhill from there. These models have barely experienced a stationary runway. Sure, let's slap on some trains and heels on them and push them onto a fast-moving conveyor belt in front of a gawking audience.
I got on there and my shoe just slipped right off. But I still was smiling though. Yeah, I'm still fierce,
And then Miss J has the nerve to criticize them for not looking comfortable. It's not the most dangerous or most punishing challenge, but it's awfully close.
I did not do that.
Number 10, Yaya's hat. In one episode, the models are tasked with choosing a hat to represent their personal style. The judges expressed surprise that Yaya DaCosta's pride in her African heritage hasn't translated into her picking the provided fake kente cloth hat.
In response to trying to prove myself as an African, that's just where I come from. It's very natural to me. And I did not choose that hat for the very specific reason that it's very cliche. The fabric that it's made from is very artificial, very cheap, fake kente.
But the sideways comments from the panel are the real outrageous part here.
You need to apologize to the fake kente cloth African hat. Yaya, it was like you were on this pedestal and this hat smelled like dookie.
Panelist Nole Marin makes a strange comment about riding giraffes.
Yaya, I feel half African, half cowgirl. Looks like you're about to ride a giraffe. I think I'm not feeling it.
Guest judge Rebecca Weinberg tells DaCosta that she's constantly throwing her African heritage in their faces. When the eventual runner-up dares to push back, Tyra Banks chastises her for her defensive tone and even suggests she should apologize to the hat at one point. DaCosta has since spoken about the racism she endured on set. This scene is a blatant example.
Just because we had a talk about, Afrocentricity before, and it's kind of misunderstood.
I'm all about, expressing yourself and your culture, but it's still done in a fashion way. You want your outfit to be, look at me.
And this outfit is, look over there.
Number 9, Shandi cheats on her boyfriend.
Having really good-looking guys come over and then all getting into jacuzzi.
Ding! Hold on a second, Shandi. You've got a boyfriend.
We've seen the producers throw a lot at the top models. Shandi Sullivan contends that producers initiated the visit from the male models that would end up costing her her relationship. But a breakup in real time is something that not even Tyra Banks and company could orchestrate to this effect.
I just couldn't control myself, like I really couldn't. He was there and I had all this tension and let it go. I just let it happen.
Cycle 2 finalist Shandi Sullivan was incredibly charmed by one of their guests, so much so that she went to bed with him and called her boyfriend to tell him in front of top models' cameras. Her boyfriend's devastated reaction and uncomfortable, if understandable, anger pushes the boundaries of decency, even for this show. Unfortunately, their tearful, angry argument is probably catnip for reality TV producers.
Never thought you could do that. I can't be with someone that cheated on me. What do you want me to do? What can I say to this?
Number 8, 50 Cent pushes JL.
We met 50 Cent, which was very cool.
He's a supermodel for real.
The cast finds themselves invited to a particularly star-studded party in this wild episode from the show's 8th season. One person who is not intimidated by her surroundings is the late JL Strauss.
So my mom is black, my dad's a Jew. I'm bluish, you can't hang with that.
She starts treating some of these celebrities like 50 Cent himself, like she's old friends with them. In fact, she starts to look a little bit like an annoying little sister. Then there's a jump cut, and 50 Cent pushes JL into the swimming pool.
I asked you to leave.
You're mad.
This turns into an all-out champagne fight and an impromptu swim. It's a weird moment, and there's clearly a lot of footage missing, so it just looks like 50 Cent pushed Strauss out of irritation.
You know you're at a party, it's going on all night, you think you're supposed to impress people. You do not mess with 50 Cent, first of all, and get up in his face, and you do not get thrown into a pool.
Number 7, flesh-eating bacteria.
After that challenge, I realized that this was spreading on my face.
My face is getting worse, and I don't know what to do with it.
Michelle Dighton was clearly struggling to make friends in the models' house. When a rash begins to spread over her face, a call from a fellow model's mother sends her castmates into a frenzy that it was a contagious and deadly flesh-eating bacteria. It ultimately became another way of ostracizing Dighton further. While these models are definitely overreacting, a bunch of models being cut from the world when a deadly bacteria breaks out sounds like a horror movie we'd totally watch.
I'm flipping out because I don't want anything to eat my skin. You know, I love my skin.
It has been all over the news that there is a new flesh-eating bacteria that is uncurable by antibiotics. Someone's already died from it.
Stop it! You leave!
Eventually, the rash just turns out to be impetigo, which is contagious but mostly harmless. Crazily, as you'll see later, this is actually the second most outrageous thing to happen in this now hard-to-find episode.
Some kind of disease that eats your skin? Oh, you sure? You ain't hear nothing about it?
Y'all just get a light.
My girl told me we need to get a light.
Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Read a book or something.
Number 6, Elises' rant. It's been over 20 years, and we still don't know why Elise Sewell signed up for this show.
That was a really forward thing to do. I don't believe in God, and it was offensive.
But without her, the show's very first season would not have been such must-see TV.
Frankly, this dress is hideous, and I am so glad that I don't own it.
The med student turned model can't suffer these other fools. It's an argument about religion that finally sets her off. Taking to the janky, low-budget confessional room to unload her deeply held resentments, expletive-laden and incredibly thorough, Elise tears into her fellow competitors with the cutting precision of a surgeon.
You know what I think of you? Foolish as a woman who believes that damn tripe. Giselle, you worthless. You are so wasteful, bitchy, stupid.
Not even Miss J is safe from her withering commentary. Her frustration culminated in one of reality TV's most iconic rants.
Jay, you offended me today. I know that medical school is hard work. How could I possibly not be aware of that? It takes a ass to cover every seat, you slice.
Number 5. badly timed coffin photo shoot.
I checked my messages and found out that one of the girls I was very good friends with when I was a little bit younger had passed away.
Having these models pose in a fresh grave in a real cemetery is questionable enough, but a personal tragedy for one of them was still fresh when the coffin photo shoot came along. The top model cast are often sequestered from their daily lives to shoot a season. News from home can be sporadic. While she was filming for Cycle 4, Kaylin Ronda received news that her friend passed away and she had already missed the funeral.
It's kind of like another test for me, is to see if I can do this. I'm heartbroken.
The show, her competitors, and the judges frame it as a personal challenge for her to overcome. Viewers still accuse the show of being insensitive to her grief, although Tyra Banks insists the photo show was pre-planned. The timing was just horrendous.
Kaylin was having a really hard time because she just found out that her friend died. But she brought it in the picture.
She delivers. She really delivers.
This is another great one.
Number 4, Biracial Photo Shoot.
I'm definitely worried about my photo shoot because I literally feel like my flesh could just fall off right now. But I know if I just keep trying that it's something I can overcome.
For the annual season trip, the final 6 of the 13th season were flown to Hawaii. There, Tyra Banks and Jay Manuel introduced their unconventional photo shoot challenge. The models are tasked to represent different biracial identities from around the world. But it's not just clothes they're changing into. Makeup artists also smear their bodies with colorful body paint, effectively putting them in brown, black, and yellow face.
Think about Egypt, the people, and what they've been through. Erin was lost. I do have a picture that she happened to fall into. That was great, but she fell into it. It was an accident. Okay, we got it. Thank you.
This didn't escape the notice of the models themselves, and it wasn't even uncontroversial at the time.
Now, I like your shapes. Nigel doesn't, but I do, so I want to see the famous Nicole shapes that you do. Work it out.
Even in 2009, Banks explained away the problematic nature of the shoot by saying that she was just trying to celebrate the blending of cultures.
Get up a little more. A little more relaxed, though. I need shape. He's a little too straight.
I really need to relax more, and I really need to show the younger Brittany that exists under this very composed mathematician.
Exaggerated even more.
Number 3, 10-inch heels. Beauty is pain, but this is kind of insane. The models of Cycle 6 are made to strap on some impossibly high 10-inch heels and stomp the runway for the judges. Who would have thought this would be borderline dangerous?
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Even the stars of the competition can't quite manage to look like they're not terrified of breaking something. Some are not so lucky. Danielle Evans takes a nasty spill that sprains her toe and leaves her crawling backstage. And then there's Tyra Banks, cringing and talking them through it like a birthing coach. It's almost like she's being forced to watch something she doesn't have total control over.
This is the most nerve-wracking judging test we have ever done.
Oh.
I was holding my breath the entire time.
Just keep her foot elevated. Okay.
Both my feet were just throbbing, they were pulsating.
Okay, doctor's gonna be here.
I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this.
Number 2, we were all rooting for you.
You've been through your grandmother getting her lights turned off to buy you a swimsuit for this competition. And you go over there and you joke and you laugh. This is serious to these girls. And this should be serious to you.
Looks can be deceiving. I'm hurt. I am.
Since it's become a near ubiquitous meme, it's easy to just laugh at Tyra Banks' "Be Quiet, Tiffany" rant. But the original scene is genuinely disturbing.
Do you know that you had a possibility to win? Do you know that all of America is rooting for you? Do you know that? And then you come in here and you treat this like a joke? You come in here and look at that and say, I can't read that. You read 10 times better than half of those girls over there.
You did. You did.
And you come in here with a defeatist attitude.
I don't have a bad attitude. Maybe I am angry inside. I've been through stuff, so I'm angry.
Tiffany Richardson has just been cut, and the fact that the eliminated contestant isn't offering her tears for the camera seems to irk Banks to no end.
Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself, because nobody's gonna take responsibility for you.
She was rooting for Tiffany after all, but her reaction seems completely outsized to the moment. For all the great sound bites, it's actually ridiculous. What it comes down to is the host is shouting at Richardson for having a completely mature reaction to her own loss.
You roll in your eyes and you act like this because you've heard it all before. You've heard it all before. You don't know where the hell I come from. You have no idea what I've been through. But I'm not a victim. I grow from it and I learn. Take responsibility for yourself.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Ethnicity swapping photo shoot.
Now there's a twist. We are actually going to switch your ethnicities.
We had a lot of time on our hands in 2020. Some of us decided to start watching Top Model again from the beginning. And judging from the reaction on social media, a lot of people forgot this Cycle 4 Got Milk photo shoot.
He's sliding. It's not about comfort, it's about the look.
Having to deal with this little person is very challenging and very difficult, and he just didn't want to cooperate.
Look over there, look, it's a bird.
For the shoot, the models are made up as women of other ethnicities, holding actual babies of the ethnic group they were meant to pass as. There's a lot to unpack here, as the saying goes. Rediscovering this moment probably did more than anything else to make people reevaluate the cultural impact and cultural missteps of a show that defined 2000s and early reality TV.
Tight little cute fro.
Got milk?
Oh, got milk? I got you, sweetie, I got you. You're not gonna go.
Couple more.
Brittany, best shoot to date.
What else should have been in the running to become America's Next Top Model's most outrageous moment? Let us know in the comments.
This is a competition. This is not America's Next Top Best Friend. I want to be America's Next Top Model because I have everything that it takes to be that.